Alright, here's the video review for Magic Square MS-B11 Overlord, as they're calling their Motor Master. And here he is in his vehicle mode. Here he is with Breakdown and Wild Rider. I can't remember what their third-party names are. I know Contain and Pillage are the last two, although I forgot that when I was shooting a little interstitial bit a few minutes ago. But anyway, there they are, the three that I have in vehicle mode, waiting on Drag Strip and Dead End to show up. But for the time being, we're having some fun with these guys. And just to show them off in vehicle mode. You get, in the package, you get this. You get some more extra bits for, not all of those came with him, but extra bits for the combined mode, because you could do a lot of different, you can do different variations of Menasor when he's combined. You get a small sword and pistol that match the larger sword and pistol for the combined mode for Motor Master. And speaking of Motor Master, there he is. This is the robot. This is, you can see there's the head. This is pretty much the entirety of the combined mode right here by itself in the trailer. I'm not going to go into the in-depth into the trailer in this video just because one, it's a little convoluted, and two, I want to wait until I have all 5 guys, and I'll do a whole transformation combining video once they're all here. But if you really want to see what it looks like all together, this is what he looks like all combined into Motor Master mode. And pretty much everything you see here, with the exception of the peaks, these peaks of the cars on the back of his legs sticking out, this is all the trailer. There's a couple extra pieces here to give him different feet. There's some optional parts, and again, we'll show all that off when we get the last 2 in and do the full Menasor mode. But yeah, pretty much everything you're seeing here is just the trailer. So you can make most of him without it. Dead End and Wild Rider are there on the back of the legs. There are different configurations. You can have them facing up or down. You can rotate them around so they're on the front of the leg. And Motor Master just kind of plugs in here into the back. But doesn't do, is not integral. And some people have even made a filler piece so you can still play with Motor Master while Menasor is formed. I've seen that on Etsy. But yeah, we'll go over all of the configurations of the trailer / Menasor body once we get the last 2 guys and we can put the whole thing together. But just as a quick little preview, that's how the trailer works in this configuration. It looks great, but it is a little weird to have so much of Menasor just be the trailer. Like here, I'll pop off. Here are the 3 Stunticons, and there's the trailer holding the weapons of what we've got so far. So, yeah, the trailer does a lot of the heavy lifting for combined mode, but it looks fantastic, and I'm waiting to see the last 2 guys attached to and also there's lots of different configurations. You can make them look like the cartoon, the comic, the IDW comic. There's all sorts of extra pieces currently all in a little bag here. But yeah, quick preview. We'll do once Drag Strip and Wild Rider. No, it's Wild Rider, Dead End, Breakdown. No, Breakdown and Wild Rider. What I've got, Dead End and Drag Strip get here. Anyway, once they get here, Pillage and Contain, I think, are their names. But anyway, yeah. Quick preview. Back to the show. All right, so that's what this is. So we're just going to set that off to the side for the time being, and we'll do a whole transformation on that when the last 2 get here. We'll focus on this guy right here, Overlord himself, and he is a nice little tractor trailer cab. Has a very simple transfer to the combined mode. You just kind of untab these from here. Lift this up. Rotate this whole assembly around, fold it up, fold that up, and fold this up. Should fold up onto the, like this, something like this, and then fold this up on, yeah. It's basically just this, and then slot it into the body of Motor Master. So whatever. And again, you saw that a second ago. When you come up here, unpeg the wheels, lift the arms up. You can open this up. I'll bring the arms, unpeg them, and they rotate out to the side. Here, his head flips up. Fold these little panels in like this, and these kind of, and then fold up, rotate around, the wheels fold in and collapse into his chest, or I guess into his torso really, not into his chest, like that. And then you can see they've got a couple little tabs. Getting these lined up can be a little bit of a pain, but you want to get that all snapped together. I had to hold it together. There we go, there's one side. Thankfully these rotate easily enough that it's just a matter of getting them lined up, snapping in. That's probably the easiest I've done it so far. Bring his arms down around like that, flip out his fists, which brings a panel which folds up. Again, really clever engineering on a figure this size to hide all the gaps and do it all. Even like I said, the transformation for the trailer is actually pretty involved, but it's neat, and it gets the job done, and it does a lot of really cool stuff. So flip that up so the waist piece comes down, flip his head down, turn it around, and then the legs, open up the cab, bring this down like this, open up this piece like that. But this whole piece underneath here, you lift this up, rotate that around, bring this small little cab forward and around onto the foot, and bring that back down and around like that, and tab that together. This little tab here on here that plugs into the top of the cab here. But yeah, you open this up, now lift this up, rotate that piece around to bring it down that other window, then bring the smaller baby cab forward so he still gets his cab feet without actually using the actual cab, which maybe it's a little cheaty, but the way they do it's so neat that I don't mind. Make sure that comes up. There we go. Because this is going to tab onto the back to lock that together. Fold that around and lock that together. That holds the whole leg together, and then this piece rotates up and around on the back of his foot. And there is Motormaster in robot mode. And it's a really nice robot mode. I do wish like these little tabs, oh, they do fold back. Let's say I think those were an issue. Little tabs that hold in, fold back like that. So he's all nice and clean robot mode. They got his little cab feet. But yeah, it's a very clean robot mode, and I can see why you would make a filler to be able to play with him by himself, because it's actually a really nice robot mode here, and a fun transformation to play with to the cab. Although again, so much of that trailer is, or so much of Menasor is just that trailer. But it's neat that they did it, and all that. Comparison here he is with the Combiner sword and gun. But as mentioned, he does have his own smaller versions of those that he can wield. And he's quite posable. He's got a swivel at the head. It may be a ball joint, but no, it's actually just a peg. You just popped it off there. So he's got a head swivel, ball joint at the shoulder, a little bit of a crunch there just for the transformation. Bicep swivel, dual hinged elbows. There's a joint there and there, so you can get a good range of motion in the arm. It does have a wrist swivel. Getting late at night, I can't talk. Waist swivel. He's got an ab crunch. He's got ball joint thigh swivel, dual hinge knees, and then the foot itself has a nice ankle tilt to it. So very posable, very cool. It's a lovely rendition of Motormaster. Evocative of his old toy with the small cab down here, and then the trailer forming his body without actually forming the trailer's body. Here he is in comparison with the trailer. And here he is with the two compatriots that we have currently. And I can't wait for the last two because I really want to put that Menasor completely together. But all in all, he's a fantastic little version of Overlord, or of Motormaster. Overlord is the name of the third-party version. You can tell it is now almost 2 a.m. On a weekend that has been already very long. We've got new floor installed on Monday. It's been a long week. But anyway, MS-B11 Overlord from Magic Square. Looking forward to completing the team. I've seen pictures of the whole thing all put together. It looks fun. I'm hoping they do a Defensor in a similar vein next. Just because those are the two I always like to have facing off. And if you've watched my videos over the years, you've probably heard that story several times, so I won't repeat it here. But yeah, looking forward to having the team together. Really fantastic little figure here. Overlord. We'll go ahead and put his trailer in there just for funsies. But we'll do that whole transformation, as I said, when the last two get here. Also, I just started playing Marvel Future Foundation or Future Revolution. Future Foundation's a different thing. It's Fantastic Four. Anyway, having fun with it, and if you join at the very beginning on the very first screen, there's like a little square. It'll say like Stark City 1 or Hydra 4. Tap on that and you can change your region. I am on Hydra 4 on the America East region. And if you join there, I do have a alliance called PL's Pals. PL's Pals, you can see it on Twitter if you want to join my alliance and play some Marvel together. Anyway, the end. Overlord's cool. Definitely worth it. Looking forward to having the whole team.